Hi children, good morning. Welcome back to our session. What is our topic is going on? It is the sound. Is it? Yes. So in the last class we have seen the different types of materials which it is going to make the sound by using the tuning fork. And today's our topic is propagation of sound. Propagation of sound. How the sound is going to propagate, I will explain through the voice. Observe children. Sound is produced due to vibration of different objects. Sound travels as a longitudinal wave through a material medium. Sound travels as successive compressions and rarefactions in the medium. In sound propagation, it is the energy of sound that travels and not the particles of the medium. Let me see now propagation of sound. Sound is produced by vibrating objects. The matter or substance through which the sound is transmitted is called a medium. It can be solid, liquid or gas. Sound moves through a medium from the point of generation to the listener. When an object vibrates, it sets the particles of the medium around it vibrating. The particles do not travel all the way from the vibrating object to the ear. A particle of the medium in contact with the vibrating object is first displaced from its equilibrium position. It then exerts a force on the adjacent particle, as a result of which the adjacent particle gets displaced from its position of rest after displacing the adjacent particle of the first comes back to its original position. This process continues in the medium till the sound reaches your ear. The disturbance created sound or source of sound in the medium travels through the medium and not the particles of the medium. So here is one of the activity. Can sound make a light spot? So for this, take a tin can, remove the both ends to make it a hollow cylinder. Take a balloon and stretch it over the can, then wrap a rubber band around the balloon. Take a small piece of mirror, use a drop of glue to stick the piece of the mirror to the balloon. Allow the light through a silt to fall the mirror. After reflection, the light spot is seen on the wall as shown in the figure. Talk or shout out directly into the open end of can and observe the dancing light spot on the wall. So this one you can try, children. Try it. Yeah. Have you heard? Yes. Next our topic is about sound needs a material medium to travel. In your previous class, have you heard about the bell jar experiment, children? Maybe you have forgotten, but by using of the bell jar experiment, we can understand that the sound needs the material medium. So you can watch through the small video regarding this. And once again, let me come back. Watch the video, children.
How does sound propagate? Does it require a medium to travel? Let's find out through this activity. Here we have an electric bell suspended in an airtight bell jar. This jar is connected to a vacuum pump. Plug in the plug key to turn on the bell. The bell now starts producing sound that can be heard loud and clear. Let us now gradually pump the air out of the jar, essentially reducing the air pressure in the jar using the vacuum pump. We can now observe the sound becoming fainter as the air pressure reduces in the jar. When the air is removed completely, no sound can be heard at all. Thus, we can conclude that sound is a mechanical wave and needs a material medium for its propagation. It cannot travel through vacuum.
Children, now you know how sound is produced. A sound is produced by a vibrating body. Let us understand now how sound reaches us. While playing on the playground, when you call your friend who is standing at a distance, your friend is able to hear your voice. How does the sound travel to him? Actually, sound needs a medium to travel, and air is one such medium. When the air has been completely removed from a place, it is said that a vacuum is created. Can sound travel through vacuum? Let us find it out. Let us suspend an electric bell inside an airtight glass bell jar and connect it to a vacuum pump. Now switch it on. As the electric bell circuit is completed, the loud sound of bell is heard repeatedly. We can also see the hammer striking the gong repeatedly. Now, let us slowly remove the air from the bell jar using the vacuum pump. The intensity of sound is decreasing. The sound is so feeble now. Oh, now no sound is heard. Is the electric bell working properly? Yes, it is. We see the hammer striking the gong repeatedly. What has happened? All the air is drawn out of the jar using a vacuum pump. So what does it prove? This clearly proves that sound requires a medium for its propagation. So now we know that sound cannot travel through vacuum. If you remember, on moon there is no atmosphere or air. Also, no sound can be heard on the moon even if you yell at the top of your voice and the another person stands just next to you. This again proves that sound cannot travel through vacuum. Can sound travel in any other medium besides air? Let us find it out. You can easily hear the bell ringing outside the water. Can we hear it in water? Take a bucket, fill it with clean water. Shake this bell inside the water to produce sound. Make sure that the bell does not touch the body of the bucket or the tub. Can you hear now? Maybe not. So, place your ear gently on the water surface. Can you hear the sound of the bell? Yes, you can. This indicates that sound can travel through the liquids. Now you know how whales and dolphins can communicate with each other underwater. Even we humans when we are swimming underwater. Can sound travel through solids? Let us find out this also. Place your ear at the end of a long wooden table. Ask your friend to gently scratch the other end of the table. Can you hear the scratching sound made at the other end of the table? Yes, you can. So, we find out that sound can travel through even solids like the wood. Can you say that the sound can travel through the thin strings? Let us see this also. You must have surely made a toy phone using paper cups or matchboxes and strings. Haven't you? Can you say that the sound can travel through strings? Let us see the children playing this game.
Hello, this is Agent Y. Who are you? Over. I am Agent X. What is the mission? Over. We need to find the hidden treasure in the desert. Over. Yes, let's go. Over and out.
That was interesting, wasn't it? This children's game does indicate that the sound can travel even through a string. In fact, sound can travel through any solid. Also, sound travels faster in solids than in air. But do you know how sound travels from one place to another? When we throw a stone in water, then waves are produced in water which spread to a larger area. Similarly, sound also vibrates in waves and spreads everywhere. These waves begin at the object which is producing the sound and travel in all the directions. Suppose you tap a table and sound is heard. What is happening actually? When vibration is started by some mechanical event, say such as tapping of a table, this causes a vibration on the molecules next to the mechanical event. That is where your hand hits the table while tapping. When these molecules vibrate, they cause the molecules around them to vibrate too. The vibration will spread from molecule to molecule, causing the sound to travel. The vibrations are carried forward from one point to the next until it reaches our ear and we are able to hear. To sum up what we learned today, the vibrating objects produce sound and it is carried in all directions in a medium. The sound cannot travel through vacuum, but the sound can travel through air, liquids and even solids. The rest we shall understand in the next class. Bye bye kids.
Have you watched the video? Yes. So I think you have understand about this concept. So let me end up today's session and tomorrow let me meet with the new concept. Okay. Thank you children.